Hi everybody, my name is Kornegay, and today I will be teaching you how to pipe meringues. And throughout the video I'll give you some tips, explain what I'm doing as I'm piping them, and then explain some things that you should and shouldn't do during the cooking process. Now meringues are a type of cookie that are made out of two different types of sugars, most of the time granulated sugar and superfine sugar, which is a version of granulated sugar that has been almost ground. So it's very, very fine, but not the same as powdered sugar. And this dessert is typically put on top of pies, or it's made as a cookie by itself. And it combines and makes this really crunchy on the outside, gooey on the inside dessert, which I really like. Here's my batter. And I put a little bit of blue food coloring in it just to give it a little bit of color. So let's go ahead and start piping. So here's my piping bag. I went ahead and already filled it with the batter, and on the end we are using a star tip today, but a medium-sized star tip. You don't want it to be too big, because then your meringues are going to be too big, and it's going to take way too long to cook, and it's going to be a mess. So you're going to take your bag, and you're going to twist the top, so that there's no air coming out of the bottom, and you'll notice that there's going to be a little bit of batter that starts to come out of the tip. And then you're going to go to your sheet. You're already going to have a baking sheet prepared with parchment paper on it. That is very important, because if you don't, it's going to stick to the baking sheet, and that's just going to be a mess for everybody involved. You're going to start at the center and move out slowly so that you have a little circle on the pan. And then you're just going to keep going over and over again. Put a few inches between them so that they have room to puff up whenever they bake. But you're just going to keep lining your tray with these little circles. Now it's important whenever you're making meringues that you understand they take a lot of time. When I say a lot of time, I mean you have to add a tablespoon of sugar one by one until you are out of the sugar, and you have 2 cups of it. Now the reason this is because if you add it too quickly, it won't dissolve like it's supposed to in the batter, meaning you're going to end up with crunchy cookies, which in any other dessert is perfectly fine, but when you want a marshmallowy gooey filling, it's not the best idea to have it crunchy in the middle because of sugar. Another tip is to remember whenever you're separating your egg whites out, always do it one at a time. If you don't, you're going to end up with egg yolks in your egg whites, and your egg whites won't froth up like they're supposed to, meaning you won't get the dessert at all, which is always no fun. One more tip to always remember is that you need to leave your oven closed. You're going to cook these for 25 minutes at 250 degrees in a standard oven. Afterwards, you leave the oven closed for at least 1 hour. 1 hour. Because if you don't, they're going to wilt, they're going to become a mess. And they end up just kind of yucky. And there's also been some cases of people getting salmonella because they don't cook their meringues for long enough. And nobody wants that. Trips to the hospital are never fun, especially when you have to explain the story that you did it to yourself while you were baking. Sadly enough, this has happened to me. But I will show you what I have so far, and then I will say goodbye to the video. So this is what your meringue should look like, just little circles. And it's fine if they look different. It's fine if they're all a little bit different, because hey, everyone's supposed to be unique, so shouldn't your meringues be the same way? I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope I did a good job explaining of what meringues are and what you should and should not do. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.